think my suspicions have been confirmed. Welcome back, everybody. You saw me finish up this club car carryall project. Took it for a couple of long test drives. I ran great. Everything was going good. I came out the next day. I was going to do some final adjustments on the carb. This thing wouldn't start. I mean, I cranked and cranked and cranked, nothing. And so I checked, made sure I had plenty of gas, which I did. Took my air nozzle and back blew the pickup tube, and that was all clear. I sprayed a little ether in the choke knob there, and it fired right up and then immediately died. So I pulled the crankcase pulse off, turned the engine over, and I had great pulse on the tube leading up to the little vacuum fuel pump. So I pulled that fitting loose, primed the pump, pulled that loose, primed the hose and filled the bowl of the carb, cranked it over, and it fired right up, and then ran for a few seconds and then died after it drained all the fuel out of that. This little pump is not pumping, and I suspect now this was a brand new pump, brand spanking new. It came with the club card when I got it, and that was a brand spanking new, still in the box. And I think what happened to this is the same thing that happened to that brand new carburetor I bought for the latest scrap acquisition. Ran great the first day, next day wouldn't run. The ethanol fuel had ate up the guts on the inside of it, and I think that's exactly what happened to this. I don't think they use ethanol fuel in China, and whatever rubber they're using may work fine over there, but ethanol eats it right up. So to confirm my suspicions, we're gonna take this thing off and pull it apart and see what it looks like inside. I don't know why they put security torques in this little vacuum fuel pump. You can see in the end there, got to have that hole in the Torx bit to cover the little, to go over the little stem, so you can remove the doggone screws. Well, you can see right away that this gasket is all pooched and distorted, so I doubt if it's sealing very well, but I'm going to pull this second block apart. I'm going to check and make sure this little orifice is open and not plugged, and then we'll look at the guts inside that. Yeah, this gasket's also pooched. I did find some debris in here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's right there. See if I can get a better light. Sorry. Right there, there's some junk. It could be that this just picked up some crap and got plugged. So I'm going to disassemble a little more. I do have another pump on order, and that was the original pump that failed who knows when, way back. I found a kit online from an American company that specializes in golf carts and club car carryalls and all that kind of stuff. They sell carburetors and they sell rebuild kits. Their rebuild kit was kind of spendy, so I sent them an email asking them if their rebuild kits are ethanol compatible, and if they are, then I'm going to order up one of those kits and rebuild this guy right here and keep it as a spare. Well, you probably can't see it, but I am finding debris, little specks right there. There must have still been some junk in the tank and I sucked it up. I didn't think to put a filter between the pickup tube and this fuel pump. So I do still think the ethanol fuel is a problem, the way these gaskets are pooching, but I also may have done it in myself. Well, there was quite a bit of debris underneath one of the little flapper valves. So this could be entirely my fault. So I'm going to reassemble this, reinstall it on the club car, prime it, and see if it works. The internal flappers seem to be in good shape. And these gaskets that are pooching out, I think they're going to seal right back up. You know, they're going to set flat against these sealing surfaces, and I made sure they were all clean. But I obviously must have had some residual junk inside the tank, and without a filter, I picked it up and plugged this thing up. But hey, I mean, you're only human. There, that's good enough. Alrighty, let's get this installed on the club car. Alright, that's installed. I got an inline filter now, and I primed this hose into the pump. So let's get you in a tripod and see if that made any difference. Fire in the hole! Well, as you saw, it flattened me for a little bit, but that pump is pulling, so it was my fault. I didn't get that gas tank as flushed as I thought. So now we got an inline filter, and that'll keep any more crap from getting into that pump. A simple fix. Like my old man used to say when I was a kid, never let a minor problem turn into a major overhaul. See if I can scare Nancy. To make fun of Chinese quality control, I definitely have to say that this one was my fault. I should have put an inline fuel filter in there, and that would have solved my whole problem. Enough junk got under the little flapper valves that they couldn't pulse properly, therefore they couldn't pump fuel. So yeah, my bad. Well, I just took her for a mile drive. She didn't quit, so I'll take that for the win. Sometimes a fella just has to eat humble pie. In my case, I'm eating humble pie. Yep, I should have known better. Should have put a filter in it. Didn't do it. Plugged up the fuel pump and yeah, my fault. But it's all good. It's running good again. And so with that, that's the frosting on the cake for this Club Car Carryall project. We'll get on to something else. Let's see. I've got this winter, I'm planning on bringing in the Farm All H. That's long overdue. I've got to put my overhead rack storage system in first before I can do that and get some junk off the floor. I've been saying that for months. I apologize. I've also got that great big camel back drill press that I really want to get going on. And I also have the man behind the curtain, that big, ugly Chinese diesel engine that I drug home a few months back when I went on that road trip with my pal Larry to get that Worthington Model A Ford golf course tractor. So I've got that, and the Hercules is languishing, and I've got the contraption project that's languishing. Although I have started looking for parts for that again. I'm still not confident, but I haven't given up. I may have another option to do. We'll see. I've also got a 3-5 International LB engine sitting over here in the corner that I got to make a new gas tank for. Do some sheet metal work. That should be fun. So a lot of things in the queue. I've also got a blown head gasket on the Ford out here. I got a radiator full of oil on that Ford 8N. So as my dear old dad used to say, typical steward operation. Grant, if you're watching, I hope you get a chuckle out of that. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Good night, everybody. I hope you have a great evening and great day tomorrow. And we'll talk to you soon on the next one. See you later.